Football is arguably the greatest sport in American history. It's not even really arguable. Money talks. What am I even talking about? I'm just gonna get right into this video. This is sports that could replace football. If you didn't know, every football team has had a scandal, and who knows how much longer the NFL is gonna last. So, we might have to watch something else, unfortunately. Sad news. Yeah, we might have to find a different sport to watch on Sundays. And no, this is the tier list for that. So I'm gonna get right into it. We'll start with volleyball. This has to be one of the most high performing sports out of high school. But first, let me tell you each tier. There's next football. That means it's gonna take over football. It'll be good on Sundays. It's there. Competes is, it has the qualities of a good sport, but it's just not really like watchable, And then maybe with luck is here or there, some things could change, and probably it has the possibility to be better. And then not quite. It's just a bad sport, a mistake. It really just shouldn't even be on this list. So since we have all the tiers with volleyball was a really good sport coming out of high school. I would say it competed with boys varsity basketball. Like it was good. Like generally these were hype games. We had people jumping 8 feet, and slamming the ball down the net. There's one thing we did where we switched where the boys would play volleyball for a day and the girls would play football. It was peak high school memories. But outside of high school, I think girls volleyball has an opportunity to be a league. But to compete with football, probably not. I'm gonna put this with maybe with luck. Now we have esports. I can't even say it, sorry. Esports. Now let me tell you why this isn't even a sport. First of all, it's pretty bad for you. You're sitting slouched in your chair. It's bad for your back, your spine. And if you're doing this for 6 hours a day, it's really just not. I mean, it's not first, it's generally just bad for you when the way you're sitting, and you're looking at the screen for 12 hours a day. Now, don't get me wrong. I like to game. I can throw down Fortnite now and then, or Battlefield. I love Battlefield. But this just really isn't a sport. I'm gonna put it in mistake. Actually, I changed my mind. It is called esports. But let me tell you something. This isn't going that much higher. I'm probably gonna put it in not quite, because I just don't imagine, coming back from church on a Sunday, turning on my TV to watch someone play Dragon Ball FighterZ or Madden or something. Madden's fun and all. I love Madden. But me personally, I'm not watching that over, Eagles versus Cowboys any day. Next, we have pickleball. Now, if you don't know what pickleball is, your arms probably look somewhat like this. It's okay. We've all been there. We've all been deflated. Every opportunity is a chance to grow, But once you get into the community of pickleball, bro, it's over. It's a really great sport. Me personally, I've skipped a Sunday night football or two just to go play some pickleball with the friends, the homies. This sport is actually generally fun. If the NFL were to ever leave, this would be a Sunday activity for real. I'm putting it in next football. Okay, maybe not too harsh. I'll drop it down to competes. And we have college football. Now you're probably asking, but that's football, But what type of tier list would this be if I didn't include football inside of football tier list? College football, honestly, if the NFL wasn't there, I would totally watch college football. Depending on the timing, I wouldn't watch it on the weekdays. I'm really not that interested in the teams yet. The only ones I know is the Texas Longhorns and LSU and all the typical colleges, but I need my Ravens, Now this is also going in competes because, it's football and we just need it in our life, I would put it at next football, but it just isn't hype enough, It doesn't get the family going. Especially, I think it's just a college name. That's it, really. Now we have rugby, the foundation of our founding fathers. You know, this sport, I did some research on it. Like, sport is not hard at all. If you're expecting me to say anything else, well, you should expect this mistake. Not that it's a mistake of a sport, because if we didn't have rugby, we wouldn't have football, then I wouldn't be here right now, you know? Like, thank you. But not quite. No, mistake. Now we have basketball. If I was experienced more, I would have put an edit up and it would have gone hard and stuff like that. I would put like something like LeBron or Luka, and it just would have had a sound plane. It would have been tough. But unfortunately, I don't have that. But basketball is generally a good sport. It's not as good as football though. But I remember I used to be a basketball guy like all the way until I experienced, the first throwing touchdown I've ever watched, and it was just you get a feeling that you can't get when a 40-year-old guy is throwing a hoop through the net, But monetization's done well. I would say I did like, I wasn't born in the 90s, but I do like all the stories about the 90s football. Like, if you watch Winning Time, peak show, like, so great. And Michael Jordan documentaries, so good. I'm gonna put this in maybe with luck, because compared to the NBA, I've watched a few seasons. They're not that good. They're just running up and down the court. But yeah, man, this is hard. This is gonna take a lot of editing. Next, we have tennis. Yes, I was one of those guys that played tennis in high school. It was actually fun. It's underrated. If you play it, it's different from watching it, because when you watch it, you really can't even see the ball. But if you're playing it, it's like if you're good at it, then you like tennis. If you know. But it doesn't have enough monetization. Me personally, I'm not gonna watch tennis on a Sunday. I'm gonna put this in not quite. Like, I don't think there's any luck involved for that. I think it's just peaked at its sport, which is not a bad thing, but it's good where it's at. Now there's golf, and this sport is actually very underrated. And if you watch it, or if you play with someone in real life, it's actually just very funny, because, well, everybody speaks their mind, and honestly, this is the first one that's going in next. Like, I would watch this on a Sunday. This would be a good background noise, but only thing is, it just doesn't have the excitement, the sponsorships. I don't see the sponsorships going as well, like the advertisements. But other than that, this is actually a generally well created sport. I'm gonna give it to them. Whoever made this sport, clap it up. Nice job. And then there's football. Now, I might offend some people, but where I'm from, we call this soccer. This sport is it's good. I never really had interest in it, but it's decent. I mean, it's played around the world. Probably the most famous sport. Just doesn't get as much money as football, though. Sorry to say, but where I'm from, we're pausing that. We're not putting that in the video. Now we have football. Where I'm from, we call this soccer, though. And this sport is actually pretty good. Just not as monetized as American football. And if they had a good strategy like they did when they invented American football, then this sport could have overtaken football in America and every other country, which it has already. But this could have been the GOAT of all sports, just not for me. I would say, with some changes, it definitely competes. It's high competes, but with changes, could definitely go over football. Me personally, I wouldn't. I don't play it. But yeah, and then there's track and field. I would put another edit here if I could, but I don't know. I'm not that advanced yet. Maybe if you liked and you subbed, maybe I could get better videos out. I'm not asking for subs. I'm just telling you. But yeah. Anyways, track and field. This sport was so good. Just honestly, I didn't like sprinting much, but playing it in high school, this was great. I love going to do long jumps and throws, but great sport. On TV wise, I only watch the Olympics like once every decade, but you know, I'll give it to them. I'll put it in competes. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much. The last video, guys, look at the last video. It did so poor. I'm sorry. It was the audio. I'm working on it. I worked on it, you know, got a new mic and everything. But guys, you know, show support if you liked it. And we're currently at 1 subscriber. So, you know, subscribe and join the journey. Let me know what sports you want next or what tier list, any thoughts and opinions, anything that'll help me out, you know, anything will help me out. Just put it there if you got it. Thanks for watching this far, and God bless, you know, go to church.